Hello, today we'll read Ottoline at Sea, Chapter 10. Ottoline, the bear, Ninian, and Bradley traveled all the way to the top of the mountain, and all the way down the other side. When they got to the edge of the bog, Ninian and Bradley stopped. "Are you sure you want to go on?" asked Ninian. "It's cold and wet, and I've heard this is where quite Bigfoot, the abominable troll, lives. Apparently We know," said Ottoline briskly. She turned to the bear. "Ready?" "Ready," said the bear said. He was shaking a bit, but it didn't show under his Himalayan rain hood. Rather you than me," muttered Bradley. Ottoline and the bear trudged through the bog. It was cold and wet. It began to rain. They didn't see anyone anywhere. Then Ottoline heard a muffled sneeze, and then another. Following the sound, she came to a hole. In the bottom of the hole were two small, hairy Norwegian bog people. "Good day," said Ottoline politely. "You haven't, by any chance, seen any professional roving collectors passing through lately?" The bog people shook their heads. "What about a small hairy bog person called Mr. Munro?" she asked. One of the bog people pointed. Ottoline looked down and saw a trail of footprints. "Mr. Munro," she gasped. It continued to rain heavily. The footprints led into a deep, dark cave. "I don't like caves," muttered the bear. "I much prefer basements and cupboards." "Follow me," whispered Ottoline. "Quite Bigfoot." Ottoline stared at quite Bigfoot. He was huge and he did have quite big feet, but he wasn't scary at all. In fact, he looked rather shy. "Are you the reason Mr. Munro came to Norway?" she asked. Quite Bigfoot nodded his shaggy head. "But why didn't you tell me?" Ottoline said, turning to Mr. Munro. Mr. Munro handed Ottoline the glasses he borrowed from Ottoline's parents' collection. Ottoline put them on and saw things more clearly. "Oh, Mr. Munro, I'm so sorry." Ottoline flung her arms around Mr. Munro and hugged him tight. "I'll never ignore you again. This cave reminds me of my cave in Canada," said the bear, looking around, "cold and damp and miles away from anywhere. No wonder quite Bigfoot looks miserable." "You should do what I did," he told quite Bigfoot, "and take a holiday." "But don't you see, he can't go on holiday," said Ottoline. "That's the trouble. He's quite Bigfoot and abominable troll of Trondheim troll spotters are out looking for him, telling stories about how big and fierce and scary he is." Quite Bigfoot nodded his shaggy head sadly. "They'll track him down," said Ottoline. Quite Bigfoot nodded and pointed this and stare and take photographs. Ottoline went on. A big tear ran down Quiet Bigfoot's hairy cheek. And last, Ottoline smiled. "You look fabulous," said the bear. "Unrecognizable," said Ottoline. Mr. Munro nodded and Quiet Bigfoot smiled. "I don't know how you do it," Ottoline said Bear. "Simple, with a little help from my friends," said Ottoline, "and a clever plan." Back in the city, Ottoline sat down on the Biedermeier sofa with Mr. Monroe and kicked off her old shoes. You might come from a cold, wet bog in Norway, she said.